Your mind is going to try and trick you into lowering your standards, going back to the old version of you, so that way you can fit in and feel safe. When you set a personal standard and then you commit to it, fully commit to it, you're going to see people be triggered, react, whatever it is, in such challenging ways that your mind is going to try and trick you into lowering your standards, going back to the old version of you, so that way you can fit in and feel safe. But that's the biggest challenge, is getting over what's going on in your mind because of how you decide you want to show up in a different manner that serves you and your family well. Other people's perception of you challenges or gets challenged, and then they start to react and be defensive and say things like, oh, you've changed, or try to peer pressure you and the things like that. And that's about them. You have to remember, what's theirs is theirs, what's mine is mine. And you need to own your standards and show up in the way that's most congruent to the life that you want and what's at your best interest for you, your family, whatever else matters to you or that you value in your life. And know other people have their own stuff to work on, and that's okay. This isn't about bashing other people. That's not what this is. This is about owning our own decisions, the standards that we want to live up to. And other people may not meet those standards, which is another challenge of the mind, of self. And to get over your own mind and struggles, when you decide to raise your bar of where you want to show up in life and how you want to operate, other people, places, and things aren't going to meet that standard. And that's the first thing you have to accept, is that awareness piece, that people, places, and things that are no longer part of your standard are going to be old news. And that's fine, if you can decide that that's fine for you and that's actually necessary for you to move forward to where you want to go. You have to remember, the outside world, our relationship to the outside world, is the biggest hurdle to overcome, because we live in a society that says it's okay to lower your standards. That's because most people, at least in America, I'd say globally, are living mediocre, average lives that include suffering inside and out. That's not what we want. And if you want to be more than average, you have to do what most people aren't doing. And that's commit to a personal standard that is high enough to challenge you to become the best version of yourself every day. And by doing so, you'll get other people's attention. Some better or worse attention. Some will be inspired to raise their standards and support you. Other people are going to try to tear you down and make themselves feel better about where they are.